What's up guys, Jacob Rothenberg here, and in today's video I want to answer a question that I've been seeing repeatedly since I've started publishing. So the question is, which writing package should I consider purchasing when buying from X ghostwriter company? So whether it's through the Writing Summit, Hot Ghostwriter, the Urban Writers, Epic Write, and eWriter Solutions. It's a common question that comes up almost every week, I think, on any self-publishing forum that I am on. So let me give you the short answer and then the long answer. The short answer is you should always consider buying the top package from a writing company, which includes editing, because you want the best writer and the best editing possible. Now, I've had bad experiences with anything below a top writer setting. I've tried cheaper packages and they just don't work out. Oftentimes these writing companies, well actually most of the time, these writing companies don't actually outsource to native US writers. Instead, writing companies are employing from other countries, maybe they're countries where the writer is actually fluent in English, but they're willing to work for a rate between 0.075, no, actually much lower than that, 0.0075 cents per word to even 0.01 cents per word. That means 75 cents per 100 words or $1 per 100 words. And that there's no way to make a living off of that if you're based in America. But if you're in a third world country, that does suffice as income to live off of. So, if you're going to choose a lower quality writing package, you're going to get usually the bottom tier writers from a writing company. But if you choose a higher package, hopefully, if the writing company is legit and responsible, they line you up with a good writer that's legitimately going to provide good quality. Okay, so the long answer to that, should you consider ever anything below a top writing price point from a ghostwriter company? And the answer to that is, well, why? I mean, if you're hiring from a ghostwriter company, if you're looking to outsource through a company, I don't think you're doing it to save money. Instead, you're doing it for the convenience, being that you're paying essentially to have a writer that's already on staff, that's been interviewed and vetted, supposedly, along with having an editor that's been interviewed and vetted, supposedly, to get all your work done. And you really don't have to be involved in the process past providing an outline. And the writing company takes care of everything needed done for you. So that's checking on the writer, making sure that everything's on task, making sure the editing gets done, the formatting possibly, blah, blah, blah. If you want to save money, don't outsource to a writing company. Instead, what you want to do is go to Upwork.com and find a writer yourself. It happens to be that, I've run a nonfiction writing company before, and I still run an agency for fiction writers. For nonfiction, I can tell you firsthand that a lot of the talent pool that ghostwriting companies are using are from Upwork. So what you're really paying for is for the writing company to supposedly vet and interview writers on Upwork and make sure they're good. And that's really going to justify the margin that these writing companies are placing on top of the writer's existing rate. So if you just learn how to interview and properly vet a writer and make sure that they're legit, that they're good, they're not going to plagiarize or fuck you over in some manner or another, then Upwork will save you a lot of money in the long run, and you're just better off finding your own writers. So that's what I'll say about that. Also, when you're considering the quality of the work that you're publishing on Amazon, I understand a lot of you have good intentions with wanting good quality content being part of your brand. And, I can see it where you might think, maybe I can save a few dollars by going with the second highest package with a writing company. But, when you really break down the math, you're only looking at maybe a $50 or $75 difference between package platinum and package 2, package titanium or gold or whatever mineral we're talking about. Anyway, so when you're factoring in, is that $75 difference really going to help me out financially when I have a better chance of having better reviews for my book, a better opportunity to sell more copies of my book by just going with the top package possible and working with the best possible writer that I can afford? So if you go with the best writer that you can afford, that's usually the way to go. Now, someone might also ask me, Jacob, which writing company should I use? And I'll tell you, writing companies can be very hit or miss. So I'm not going to give you my opinion of, my biased opinion of who I'm affiliated with and who's going to give me the best coupon discount. But I'll tell you the list of writing companies you should consider without personal bias. Number 1, the Writing Summit. Number 2, Hot Ghostwriter. Number 3, the Urban Writers. Now, companies that I would advise you to avoid, not just because I've also had bad experiences, because almost unanimously, the general consensus from the publishing community is that these following companies are either very late in providing work back to customers, or the quality just sucks. So there's just so many bad writing companies out there. There's Epic Write. I think everyone can agree Epic Write sucks. eWriter Solutions has really dropped the ball. I had a manuscript that had over literally 100 typos from them. And yeah, they're super cheap, but I don't think anyone that's serious about publishing uses eWriter Solutions anymore at this point. And there's just so many other writing companies. But if you stick to those that I've mentioned, again, the Writing Summit, Hot Ghostwriter, the Urban Writers, if you want to outsource to a writing company, those are usually good. They can be hit or miss, but they do have a good reputation for the most part amongst publishers. Otherwise, save yourself some money and the hassle and learn how to outsource from Upwork.com, learn how to interview and how to hire. So that's all I've got to say about that. If you have any questions